This will be my last year as president of the University of Maryland, my last academic year. As the Board of Regents is aware, I will retire from the presidency in June of 2019.
The announcement comes after the heat stroke death of offensive lineman Jordan McNair back in May. President Lowe took moral and legal responsibility for the death and ordered 2 investigations, one looking into the death and the other probing the football culture. That panel determined the athletic department fostered a culture where problems festered because players feared speaking out. It highlighted examples of mental and physical abuse of players. The report found Coach D.J. Durkin bears some responsibility, but he will remain on the job.
We believe that Coach Durkin has been unfairly blamed for the dysfunction in the athletic department.
The report also states that athletic director Damon Evans shares some of the responsibility, but he too will remain on the job.
Since being appointed to the role permanently in June, Mr. Evans has begun working with President Lowe to implement a series of reforms consistent with the findings in the Walters report and the Commission investigation. We believe that Mr. Evans should be given the opportunity to lead the athletics department.
The board says there will be no third chances for any of those involved to get this right. The board will appoint an independent panel and monitor to oversee all the reforms that are expected. Reporting live from downtown, David Collins, WBAL TV 11 News.
All right, David, thank you very much. Now, just about 30 minutes ago, Jordan McNair's family joined their attorneys who addressed the decision to reinstate Coach Durkin. 11 News' Karen Campbell picks our team coverage. She's live in downtown Baltimore tonight. Karen.
Well, Stan, Jordan McNair's family and the family attorney just finished speaking moments ago up on the 23rd floor addressing that decision by the Board of Regents. Now, Jordan's mother said she has a heavy heart and she's disappointed in today's decision. Jordan's father also spoke and he said, quote, he feels like he's been punched in the face and he feels like he's been punched in the stomach rather and spit in the face. Now, their attorney, Hassan Murphy, said they came to us this afternoon with heavy hearts. They will continue to fight on behalf of Jordan McNair. Now, here's a little bit of what Hassan Murphy had to say about today's decision by the Board of Regents.
Yet today, the board ratified and validated the heartbreaking actions by Coach Durkin and his staff towards Jordan in May by continuing the employment of the man who failed in his primary responsibility to Jordan. That is callous and it is indefensible.
Now, Murphy said if the university does not do right by Jordan McNair, they will use every avenue available to them. He would not go into specific detail about what that exactly meant, but he said he will continue. He and, of course, Jordan's family will continue to fight on his behalf. Reporting live downtown, Karen Campbell, WBAL TV 11 News.